Welcome to Spa in the iRacing Skip Barber. This is just going to be a bit of a kind of familiarization situation here. I have fraps running, which is why the frame rates are being absolutely killed. It is Spa after all. Hopefully that's going to settle down as we go around. The idea is just to work on familiarizing myself with this track again, or refamiliarizing myself with it. And working on a strategy as the frame rate dies, working on a strategy to really attack the lap. Normally I would say you want to just go around in a low gear, something like third gear, and just get yourself familiar with how the track drives. Familiarize yourself with just the line and how it feels driving around here. And get an idea of the flow of the track. Remember, it's easy on this corner just to pull to fall off the track mid corner. I should use more of that inside, and again using a lot of the inside there. Use the curb on the exit there. I think this is, well, let's have a look at second gear. A bit of brake. Let's get it. There's a 1x on exit there, you've got to be careful of. Just push it hard through this section. As little wheel input as possible, really. I don't know whether I'm going to have to brake when I'm actually going at full speed around there. Just taking it nice and easy. Come under the bridge. This is a corner that I've always struggled with. It's not, again, not easy with the frame rate dropping down to 20 frames per second, but there you go. Okay, now coming to first corner. I think it is first corner with this layout. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's back it up a slight bit here. Okay, the deal with this at this point, this is something that I'll often do with a track. I will just take it slowly. You know, a lot of people will just drive a lap. No, we're not going to get out. We'll just drive a lap at a really high speed. I think it's important sometimes to have almost a walk through. You know, you walk in the track. You're getting a clear idea, because when you're driving at speed, there's a lot of details that you can miss. I mean, as we're here, we're just coming past this wall. Just reverse it back up again. So we've got that wall. Looking for markers, really. That wall is our first marker. Then there's the 100 sign. There's a little bit of kind of lighter grass. I'm just going to creep it forward. So we come forward here. There's a little bit, that light patch on the grass there, the end of that. There's a 50 marker. There's that line there. Is that going to be a braking point? So there's a lot of markers that we've just picked out. And how are we going to take this corner? Looks like almost a constant radius turn. So that's how we can look at that first corner. We've got markers there. So what we're going to do now, let's have a look at this at Eau Rouge. Now I know here that I need to take a big bite out of that, big bite out of that, and I can get away with taking a big bite out of that. You've got to be careful on that exit there that you don't want to get a slowdown penalty. A bit of a lift there to get into fifth. Okay, we're coming down to a corner whose name I can't remember. Now we're going to look at this. Here we have the 100 marker, which coincides with this start this rumble strip. And I want to get into this rumble strip here. Okay, we've got the end of the rumble strip. Got that green patch. We're looking to take, again, we can take a lot on that inside there. A lot on that inside, on that apex there. Compromise the exit a little bit to get across. Again, you can take a lot out of that inside. Use a lot there as well. Let's see that start of that curbing. Down in a second. Just rotate it around that apex there. Get it onto this curbing. And there's a lot of the inside that we can use there without getting a 1x. Should be using more of that curbing on exit. Now what have we got here? Again, onto this. There's that orange thing there. We can use that as a reference point as to brake. Use the end of the curbing as a reference, maybe even turn in. We're going to bounce off that curbing on the end, on the mid corner. And we can use a lot of curb there. Now what have we got here? Again, we can use this curbing here. As we come to that green bit, we can turn in on that. Get a lot of this. What we want to be doing is open up a little bit of room there. We don't want to be too tight. And we can use that curbing on exit. Again, we're looking for markers here. Get it down into second gear. And then at the end of that curbing, then we can turn in. Take that curbing there onto that. Again, when the curbing ends, we'll use that as a marker to roll off. Late apex. Use the curbing there. So as we're going around here at a slower speed, we're looking at everything. You can stop at some corners. You can just go slowly through other corners. Okay, is that going to be the start of that? Let's get it. Let's have another look at this. If I can get it back on the track. Okay, as we're coming down here. We're turning just as we're about to hit that. Bit of a late apex there. Take a bit more of that curb on exit actually. Wide over to the left here. Looking for markers again. Is that 50 marker? Let's roll it right back. Oh, crikey. Let's get it back going again. Okay, we're coming under the bridge here. Now this could be a really conservative braking point. But I think we'll be better off hit that 150 and brake, down into second gear, maybe even first gear. Let's try first gear. Get it onto the curb here. That's going to be a bit arbitrary there. We want to be about taking a bit more of that. Then roll it around, take a late apex on that because it's the corner radius tightens. Let's have another look at that. Now, the reason I'm going back on this corner is that I know it's a particularly difficult corner for me. It's a corner I usually struggle with. And it's so crucial. So it's also a corner you need to practice your overtakes on, because you will find yourself doing a lot of overtakes down into the E-bus stop. Let's get it turned around. Okay, so we're flying down here under the bridge, hit the 150 sign. It's going to be a bit too, well, we're probably carrying more speed. Yeah, that's going to be kind of awkward there, because oh, getting a bit vague. Let's have another look at that. I wonder how much of this green stuff we can take actually. That really could open it up a lot. Maybe I can get away with that. It's a little bit of, yeah. Let's get it back in first. So if we can do that, if you look at that little bit of extra curbing there on the left, where that ends, if we take that as turning in point, is that going to work? Well, it could be. Now let's didn't really get a brake point at all through there, which is not good. Gonna have to look again at that first corner, because I didn't really pick out anything going down there. I was hoping to get that line across the road, but I think it's going to be too late. No, that's an off track there. Taking a little bit too much. With a long track like this, it's actually hard to remember where all your markers are early on. Okay, let's... Didn't get up on that curve, but that's too much again. Just coming off the brake there, off the throttle a bit. Oh, that's a bit untidy coming around there. End of that. Well, is that going to be a bit too late actually? A little bit too late on the turn in there. I've got to find a marker there for something. Didn't brake, didn't brake, didn't brake, didn't brake. Completely messed that one up. Still thinking about that last corner and the lacking of a marker. Going a bit too fast at the moment, trying to do it too fast. Need to slow it down a little bit and start thinking. Back onto this curbing. Just getting a bit impatient and doing it a little bit too quickly. It's not bad. Just getting to that end of that rumble strip there. Oh, just about got away with that. So just trying to find the margins. I think this is kind of a feel coin. Just look at it and just braking at the end of that green AstroTurf. That's kind of the exit that you want. No, that's going to be too deep. That's going to be too deep. Let's kind of get away with here quite a bit. Brake at the end of this wall. Way too early. There's a little bit of discoloration there on the track. That's not too bad. Still feeling my way for more, feeling my way for stuff that I can rely on and depend on. But some corners it really just looking at it and how much can I get away with here? Yeah, that was pretty good. And yeah, just coming to the end of that rumble strip. Yeah, turned in a bit too late there. Just as I'm approaching that rumble strip there. A bit sketchy there. Just a little bit short of that. Just a little bit short of the end of that rumble strip at the top of the hill there. That's the turning point. Again, approaching the end of that rumble strip there. It's a tricky little corner to get right. Full on the gas. Just rolling out on the rumble strip there. No brake point there, just braking on feel, which is something I've got to try to remember coming around there again. That's pretty cool. Just starting to brake at the start of that deep kind of matting. Again, just towards the end of that, the exit curbing, the curbing on the exit. No, actually, the curbing on the turn in. Okay. Down to 4. Yeah, that's going to be too early. So yeah, still struggling for a point there. 1, 2, 8. I'm struggling to get up on there. If I want to get onto that, rumble strip to widen the angle, I have to get up on there a bit earlier. Under this discoloured patch, that maybe. Yeah, could be a bit faster through there. Really at the moment I'm not looking so much at my times, I'm just really thinking in terms of just getting a good line and getting a feel for things. Nah, I couldn't. Either I got my line wrong or I just can't carry up all that much speed through there. If I can remember where to brake on this one. Down a second gear. It's really hard to get up on that on the curbing there on the again, just about to reach the start of that I think that's almost again a feel con where you're looking at the inside. And still running wide there. I'm struggling a bit with this corner. Should have taken a lot of the inside there. It's a poor line. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm really not thinking about the times I'm doing, but there's a little bit more discoloured area beyond that green AstroTurf section. Now where are we? It's about where I need to be turning in, I think. Ah, totally wide. Not a very good line through there. Okay, let's go for this discoloured section again. Really stand on the brake there. Yeah, that was a bit messy with the throttle application. Getting over onto the right hand side as much as possible. Taking a lot of that little throttle modulation. Can I get away with this? No. Nearly, but looks like you can get... Oh, just thinking there's a 6th gear suddenly. You might be able to get away with that a little bit with a tighter line, but it's... Too late turning in there. Pretty hard braking into that section. Pretty much as soon as you come through there, as soon as you get the wheel, oh, another 1x, but as soon as you get the wheel straight, you're braking. That seems to be a marker for that. Still struggling with this corner and finding a marker for braking. A lot of wheel input there to get myself where I need to be. Third gear. A bit later on braking there. Just come off the gas a little bit just to make sure I didn't go wide on exit. Okay, let's look for that AstroTurf on the right. There's a little bit of a lighter section just beyond it. I'm definitely braking a little bit too early. Might not even need to brake at all. It's not bad, but I could certainly improve on that. Okay, into this discoloured section. It's a little bit... Oh, that's not very good. I was just thinking there was something in my eye line on the left. Like a blotch on the wall or something. Maybe that was something to look for. Okay. Cut this. Coming out the throttle a little bit. So far that's maybe the best I've done it. Oh, keeping tight on that left hand side. Just cut the corner a little bit. And really, I've got into the habit of just turning in a bit too late there. Getting hard braking. And I'm just looking at the inside. Actually, no, that was a bit early on the brake there. I could have run it up a little bit more. Let me look at this one. Well, turn in is as the curbing ends a little bit. Well, just looks like that's taking a reference point from the end of that curbing on the outside. On the outside. Just as I'm getting to that curbing. Using the exit curb. Staying in third gear. Exit curb. Just turn in, keep it tight on this apex. Yeah, I think I can keep that in fourth gear. Maybe even fifth, you never know. Still messy through there. Okay, let's that little kind of like a box on the yeah, I could have taken a lot more speed through there. Like a box on a wall or something. I just kind of take that as a reference point for turning. Okay, turning took a lot of this. Oh, that was pretty poor. Got away with it, but handled that corner pretty poorly. Oh, bouncing off the inside there. And again, hard down to second gear. Really should be up on that curb a bit more. It's a bit better. Just coming to the end of that. Oh, that's actually that's not bad. It's a bit wider on entrance, but seems to have worked. Just gonna go down to second gear. That was a lot of AstroTurf I took there without any penalty. Oh, I broke really early there. Still struggling for markers around there, but yeah, I got that line completely wrong. Down to second for that. Just made a mess of that section. Yeah, I just made a complete mess of that section. So as I'm going around, I'm just working on it slowly, picking up bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, that is flat out. Finding out what works. Whoa, that's pretty poor. A bit of loss of concentration there, just keeping it tight there. Get a bit untidy. Okay, let's see what we can do here. That box disappears from sight. Not sure if that maybe should be first gear, at least with the way I'm driving it. So dropping down, 5th gear, turning, take a lot of that, and another 1x. So we're now getting to the point where I'm not gaining in these sectors. I should be driving that section a lot better than that. Keep thinking I really need to get onto some more of these curbing on these. Be a little more aggressive there with the gas. That's really an awkward entrance, and I've really messed that one up there. Yeah, really need to get that right. I'm really struggling for markers completely there. Just a little bit short of that. I don't want to go too deep there, because if I do, I'll really struggle to get a cut across these. See how I cut across that? Got across the first apex okay, but the second I made a complete mess of that. And I've not been wide enough there. I think if I can get a little bit more wider on that curve, I can just not lift at all through there. So I've gained a little bit of time, I think, by just widening my entrance a little bit. Just trying to minimize steering input around here. Yeah, just a little lift through there. Maybe I can actually be flat through it. Dreadfully slow through there, but so I'm really killing a lot of red in these sectors now as a consequence. A little bit better, but again, I'm not using enough of the track on exit. Just use a lot of that, get turned in. Should turn in slightly earlier than that, I think. Got a corner. 1x on the exit there, which is unfortunate. It's really tricky to avoid that 1x on the inside and then the 1x on the exit as well. Turning a bit too late there, I think. Again, I'm not overly concerned with being in the red on these sectors, but didn't get it that slowed down enough there, really. Yeah, I made a mess of that one. Didn't turn in early enough. This is the real problem corner for me now. Again, looks like a 4th gear corner. Really struggling for that apex. I'm probably just braking a little bit too late, or not braking enough. Not wide enough there. Made a mistake. CO4. Yeah, that's better. Just got to make sure I get up on that that curbing there. Yeah, I can maybe actually go full throttle through there. Probably brake a slightly bit later there. It's not bad.
55 even.
So here we go. Yeah, I messed that one up. Messed the exit up. I can get onto the gas earlier than that. But it is one of my 2 problem corners. But you notice I'm so far in the green, but I'm still not happy with it. Nah, really struggling to go full throttle through there. It's just a really tricky little section. You really want to go full throttle through there. I'm not sure if I want to be able to do that. Hard braking again. Trying to get up on that curb as much as possible. Didn't take that corner very well. Challenge is to really get it slowed down properly. Didn't get that right at all. Looking to get a really good flow through there, but I can't quite get it quite how I want it. About halfway down here. Nah, that was a little bit deceptive. I thought I could get back on the gas earlier than I could. Could do with being a bit more to the left there on that curbing. Missed that. You've really got to be looking to cut across that curbing there, and I keep missing that. As a consequence, I'm coming here in third gear already, so I don't need to compromise it all through there. Yeah, picking up a 1x. I got my liner a little bit wrong. So concentrating on getting on the curb there. Coming to the end of the fuel load. Yeah, I got that wrong again. Just about. That's a lift out of that because I knew I was going to run wide otherwise. That's misjudged that quite badly. Just gonna have one more run at this, and still I've not done a. Let's just concentrate on this. Not really worrying too much about speed through there at the moment, just about getting the line. Getting my line right. The speed will come as I get the line right and the feel for the corner right. Okay, took a lot out of this. That's not too bad, but again, can still do that a little bit better. I think I'm losing a little bit of time on that because of the exit from La Sauce at the top of the right at the top of the hill. And again, just gonna take it down a second. Way missed the turning point there. Just braking a fraction earlier than normal there. Took me a long time to get it around there. That's about where I need to be turning in.